Kingston and his mother both taken into custody, allegedly stealing more than $1 million. Thanks again for joining us here on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. I'm David Ono.
I'm Ellen Leyva. Sean Kingston was arrested in San Bernardino County just hours after his mother was arrested during a SWAT raid of their Florida home.
And now News reporter Ashley Mackey joins us now with more on the charges being levied against the singer and his mom. Ashley?
That's right, Dave and Ellen. Sean Kingston and his mother are both facing several charges related to fraud and theft. On Thursday, we reported that the two were arrested. In an Instagram post that's been since taken down, Kingston wrote, "I'm good, and so is my mother. My lawyers are handling everything as we speak." Well, today, his mother, Janice Turner, stood before a judge.
You big dummy.
Poor. Singer Sean Kingston, best known for his 2007 hit Beautiful Girls, is being held at the High Desert Detention Center in Adelanto, California, after a SWAT team raided his Florida home mansion. It was there in South Florida that his mother, 61-year-old Janice Turner, was arrested on fraud and theft charges. Turner and her attorney appeared before a judge Friday morning. She faces 8 charges, including grand theft, fraud, and organized scheme to defraud.
Criminal use of personal identification information. Count 7, grand theft greater than $100,000. And count 8, criminal use of personal identification information. I do find probable cause.
Kingston, whose real name is Keyshawn Anderson, was arrested without incident in San Bernardino County. He was performing at a park in Fort Irwin, more than 30 miles outside of Barstow. Several items were seized during the raid on his home in Florida. An attorney present during the raid filed a lawsuit against Kingston, accusing him of paying only $30,000 for a 17-foot TV system that cost $150,000.
He has basically a sales pitch that he goes through to defraud people. He induces them into giving him really expensive things. We know that our property is inside this house right here.
Janice Turner's attorney asked the judge to consider dropping the bond amount from $20,000 each count to $10,000 each count. But given that Turner has been charged for similar crimes in the past, the judge found the bond amounts appropriate. Reporting live in studio, Ashley Mackey, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
We're following breaking news now. Just coming into the CBS News Miami newsroom, a federal jury found singer and rapper Sean Kingston and his mother, Janice Turner, guilty on all charges in their luxury fraud scheme trial. Turner was taken into custody immediately, while Kingston was ordered on house arrest until sentencing. Prosecutors accused the pair of running a scheme in which they obtained high-end items, including a luxury SUV, jewelry, expensive watches, and a wall-size TV without paying for them. Sentencing is Friday, July 11th for both Kingston and his mother. Stay tuned to CBS News Miami on CW 33 at 10 o'clock for more.
I want you to ask yourself, who do you think idea was this? Just think about it. Because I see a lot of people saying that, why did Sean Kingston bring his mother into this? Sean Kingston got his mother locked up. Sean Kingston is the reason why they got convicted. No, he's not. Matter of fact, the mother is the reason why he's in this situation. If Sean Kingston was going to scam and defraud, why would he need his mother for that? Nobody knows who his mother is. Nobody has no idea who his mother is. Where's the leverage with her? Think about it. Where's the leverage with her? See, the leverage with him is simple. The leverage, whether, he's not, doing anything as far, anything lately is, musically, no projects out, he still had a #1 hit I mean, it was a long time ago. But he can still say that he is an artist and at one time he was successful. He's in the music business. He still can say that. That's the leverage. My name is Sean Kingston. I'm an artist. I have hits. I have a platinum album. I would like to purchase this, and this, and this, and make payments on it. He's the selling point. People who are dealing in luxury items will look at this and think this is normal. Well, here, all right, take this diamond encrusted chain. Take this, Cadillac Escalade. Take this this sound system. Take all of this. Why would he need his mother to do that? He wouldn't. The mother would need him to do that. She's involved because it was her idea. And this is not the first time he was in trouble like this. He's been taken to court previously for the same issue. This wasn't his idea. His mother is in on it because this was her idea. He wouldn't need her to pull this off. She would need him to pull it off. So she came to him and said, hey, the money dried up. The money's gone. We need to do something. What can we do? Why is the money dried up? He was 17 when he came out with that hit. Why is the money dried up? The song Beautiful Girls, I remember that song. That was everywhere. Where's the money at? You spent it. You didn't help him put any of it away. Where's his father at? You didn't help him put any of it away. You didn't invest it. You didn't tell him to save it. All you did was spend, spend, spend. You didn't look at it and say, let's take this money. Let's buy some property, some real estate. Let's invest this money here or invest this money there. Let's save this money. What happened? You kept blowing the money. He out there doing songs with Justin Bieber, getting these checks. And instead of you saying, listen, why don't you take some financial classes? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Instead of steering him into a way where after the music is done, he can fall back on something. All you kept doing was spending. So when the money is gone, you go to your son and say, well, this is what we can do. We can get some of these items with your name. Don't pay it back. File Chapter 11, and then we can sell these items. Yeah, your career has dried up, and since it's dried up, Let's tarnish your image with that. Let's not just destroy your career is dried up. But since it's dried up, let's destroy it. Oh no, he can never come out. He can never come back from this. See, the thing about when your career is dried up, there's a chance for you to make a comeback. There's a chance. There's always a chance. We done seen people make comebacks. We done seen plenty of artists who've been dry in these streets out of the blue just come back with all it takes is that one hit single and you're back in the good graces of the people who listen to music. But when this happens, no, you can't come back. It's a scandal. You done tarnished his image. And now he's been convicted. You turned him into a criminal because the money dried up. This is what happens when you grow up and you don't get a backbone and get from under your mother's wing. Especially when they don't care about you. I'm telling you, if this was her idea, because if it was just his idea, his mother wouldn't be involved. What do you need his mother for? What hit record she has? What credibility she has as far as going to a luxury goods service and getting anything? She can't get anything with her name because her name means nothing in that world. So why would he need her? He doesn't. If he was going to do it and he did it by him, if he was going to do it and it was his idea, he would have did it by himself. And he would have been facing the consequences by himself. This was his mother idea. Couldn't stand being broke. You can't live off your son no more? Get a job. A job? Now you 62 years old. And you're about to be sentenced. I want to, I wonder, it's facing some serious time. But this is what happened. This is what happened. Don't care about your son at all. And if this is so foul, even if your son was doing this and you knew about it, you're supposed to shame him. Like this not how I raised you. If you weren't raising him like that, this ain't how I raised you. This is terrible. Don't be around me doing this. Let's just say it was his idea. We know it wasn't, but let's just say it was his idea. Why would you go along with it? You his mother. Why would you go along with this idea if he came up and said, "Hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to be out here scamming. We're going to get these people here for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I want you in on it." She's supposed to shut that down. Like, what are you, smoking? What's wrong with you? You done fell and bumped your head? In either scenario, she's the mother. She's supposed to say, "No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this at all. Times are tough, but we can weather the storm. It's all right." No, she went right along with it. She said, I'm 62 years old. I'm trying to live the best life I can live. He's 35 years old. Your career's done. When you see something like this, you got to think how many mothers that watch their son come into some money, and the son does what the sons usually do. Take care of their mother, which is backwards. I don't care what anybody say. It's backwards. And the reason why I'm going to say it's backwards is because even with athletes, when you look at athletes, the first thing they say they're going to do is buy their mother a house. And I'm talking about black athletes. They say they're going to buy their mother a house. You don't hear that with white athletes, because white athletes, their father's there. They don't say, I'm going to buy my mother a house. They already have a house. He comes from a house. If he buys anything for his father, right? It's some Hot Wheels. Hey, Dad, here's that Corvette you always wanted. Not a house. Hey, Mom, here's that Porsche you wanted. Not a house. They already have a house. The first thing you hear with these athletes and these artists is they're going to buy their mama a house. No, you were supposed to be provided with a house. You were supposed to grow up in a house. You were supposed to grow up with some sort of security. It's not supposed to be the other way around, where you have to take care of your parents now, who are not elderly. You get what I'm saying? They're not elderly. Their parents still be in their 30s, late 30s, early 40s. Their mothers be in their early 40s, talking about, you're going to buy a house. You were supposed to be provided with that security. And then what happens when the money dries up? She stopped working as a CNA or traveling nurse, whatever she was, human resources, whatever she was doing, caseworker, whatever job she was doing, she stops working. Once she stops working, she's relying on her son to take care of her. Now, if his career ends up drying up, she dreads going back to work. Especially at her age, she dreads going back to work. She's been living off the son for a good decade. A good decade and some change, you've been living off the son. And now you're dreading going back to work. You might not even be able to enter the force again. At an older age, you might have. So now it's time for criminality because of your poor decisions and not setting him up for a better outcome. And again, when you look at these other athletes, when you look at when you look at the white athlete, look at their family, Look at their family members. Look at their mothers and fathers. Because their mothers still don't mind being under their father's leadership. Guess what? They don't leave their jobs. They still work the same jobs. No matter if the son is doing okay, no matter if the son is an all-star, no matter if the son is a platinum recording artist, the father and the mothers are still working the same jobs, the same careers. In that rat community, the mother decides she don't want to work anymore. So that's what happened with her. She decided she didn't want to work anymore. Started living off her son. Once the money was gone, now it's time to become crooks. This is nasty work here.
Damn!